because of the fumble and the good defense right off the inbound pass.
Yeah. You know, obviously it would have been nice for the Lakers to win their 10th in a row. But, you know, you can't let one loss deter anything. You got to just come back, get the next one in Indianapolis, and start a new streak.
Very doable win if they can get it in 2 nights. All right, that'll do it here. Lakers go down 113-110. They are now 46-26 on the season. Make sure to catch our next telecast Wednesday at 4 when the Lakers do take on the Pacers. Time now to check in with the studio for Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Toyota dealers. Tough one tonight. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Chris McGee, Danny Green, James Worthy, Mike Trudell is in Detroit. The Lakers' 9-game win streak comes to an end at the hands of the Detroit Pistons, the #1 team in the Eastern Conference. The Lakers were right there, big game with a chance to win it at the end. Better execution down the stretch by the Detroit Pistons. Also 8 turnovers in that fourth quarter for the Lakers. They only had 5 going into that fourth. And then at the end, you have Jenkins getting to his spot on the right, hitting that little fadeaway, and then Duren, that matchup with Duren, kind of waiting for the step back. Tough shot for Luke at the end there.
Got to give him credit for the fight. Both teams, actually. Detroit without one of their major players, Cunningham, and the Lakers, you know, without Marcus and Rui. But, you know, I thought the 8 turnovers, as you mentioned, Peter, those were 8 attempts that we didn't get. And we needed those 8 attempts, you know, to decrease that margin a little bit. But this guy right here, Danny talked about him before the game. Next man up, Jenkins, went right a lot and was successful a lot. But, yeah, that last play just was disrupted from the beginning and didn't get a good look. I give Detroit a lot of credit for hanging in there and playing well at home.
Yeah, just playing behind from the whole, like pretty much the whole game. You know, that first half kind of put them in a hole. But even if you got half the possessions of
looks
the 8
like you
turnovers.
had Luka maybe over the top early in that.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Somebody got tip
Inbound.
on it. It looked like, it looked like it was going to Cleveland, but where it landed, I was like, was he trying to throw it to Maxey? But I thought he was trying to get Luke over the top and just didn't make it there. It was a good look, but said playing from behind most of the game is not good for you. The first half down 13, cut into that third quarter. But it said if you can get even half those possessions of the 8 turnovers, you get 4 of those looks, you might have a better outcome. But got to give credit to Detroit. You know, they executed. They came with a game plan. They played well, especially without Cade.
James, the Lakers had been playing some unbelievable basketball. They won 9 in a row. They were trying to get to 10 for the first time since Danny was on the team. November of 2019, they had won 12 of 13 games. They put themselves 3rd in the Western Conference, but it just seemed like they were going uphill a little bit tonight. Even with a lead in that first quarter and early in that second quarter, we looked and they were at about 34%, 1 for 13 from 3, but they had that short lead. But the second quarter, 42-25 by the Pistons to go down by 13, but then an amazing third got them right back in.
Yeah, you're on the road. You're next to the last home game before you go back home. You know, you were without a few players. It could be some subconscious fatigue. I don't know. It could be a little bit of tired legs, but the second quarter was definitely Detroit Pistons quarter, and that propelled them to get the confidence that they needed in the second half when Jenkins came out, Durrell came out, and so they played well. The Lakers just not execute the way they wanted to, and just couldn't knock down the shots that they normally do. They just didn't hit the shots.
I got to give some credit to the bigs. They played well tonight. You know, DeAndre and Jackson Hayes, they came and did their part. Jackson Hayes 5 for 5, DeAndre and 5 for 6, double-double, 13 and 10. So they did pretty well. Scored a decent amount. You would think they would have better defense against a Detroit team. No Cade Cunningham Detroit team. But, you know, this, again, was a hard-fought, gritty game for both sides. Detroit mucked it up. They played at a slow pace. Fourth quarter made them turn the ball over some. It was their style of play.
You know, for people that aren't watching a lot of Detroit Pistons basketball, they've been a great team this year. #1 in the East. Of course, the news with Cade Cunningham. He's going to be out indefinitely for now. And if they don't know the story of Dennis Jenkins, he was a two-way player. Then he was signed to the team. And he had his career high tonight, 30. It's just one of those nights, Danny. 11 of 18, 4 of 5 from 3, 8 assists, but really clutched down the stretch, scoring their last 6 points, including 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, not just shooting threes. You see he had a little backdoor dunk right there, deep corner tray, but like Big Game said, he wouldn't get to that right hand. He was getting downhill and fast in a hurry. And he's moving at a very quick pace, and it's hard to stop him. He had 2 plays where they were able to get to that strong hand.
Yeah, the one where Jake kind of fell on top of him.
Yeah, he drew the pump fake, drew a foul on Jake, got him in the air. And the second one, Austin was kind of caught up in the screen, got a little late behind. By the time he got back to him, he got to that baseline, little fade jumper, and knocked the tough. It was a great contest, but he knocked down a tough corner, faded away jumper.
What a nice luxury to have, Big Game, without your superstar in Cade Cunningham, when you can have a young man like Jenkins who was on a 2-way contract and is now part of your team that can come in and run a team, can navigate this offense and go for 30.
Hadn't seen him that much, and definitely not used to that lightning speed. It's one thing, you can be playing decent defense in your mind, but with that kind of quickness, as soon as he touches the ball, it's hard to judge it. And they just could not get him to go left at all. He's too quick. And they couldn't force him left. And when he got right, he was layups over good defense and pulling up for those little 10-footers.
He also had 8 assists. I mean, he's making plays.
Playmaker.
He's a playmaker. So he was pretty much doing what Cade does for this group, which is not easy shoes to fill. So yeah, he got Paul Reed involved. He got other guys involved, that was making some baskets. They played a really good floor game, and he was the lead of it. He was the head of the snake. Jalen Duren, of course, a 20-11 night.
Yeah, I was just going to talk about him, Danny. 20-11, the double-double. But I think more important than that, he was 10 for 10 from the free throw line.
Yeah, you don't see that from bigs. He just has a really good touch. You could tell. Not only is he able to knock down a mid-range, have a good touch around the rim, he has got a little handle too. So he's able to handle the ball, start the offense, and make some plays happen, make it easier for some of their guards to not have to bring the ball up every time. But he's got a lot in the bag, and one of those is shooting free throws, making free throws. So he's not just a foul guy. He's not a guy that you can just foul. Like most lob threats, big men, you can just foul, and they won't make free throws. He's been putting pressure on teams in a numerous amount of ways.
He is a big body, too.
He's huge. I looked at his upper body. His shoulders round. You're not going to move him. Has pretty good footwork, too. I was surprised to see him, put the ball on the floor a couple times and put it off the glass. But good contribution. Their bench also, they got a nice variety of points from their bench as well. So, yeah, Detroit, they have a system in place that's pretty good, especially when Cade's in the game and Cunningham. Without him, they still play Detroit basketball, and it's pretty solid.
It's interesting, James, we were down there December 28th, no AR. Obviously, Detroit had Cade. It was a different Laker team at that point. The Pistons kind of ran them off the floor in that second half, and it kind of leads me to what this Laker team is now. It's a much different basketball team, and you got to give them a lot of love. It has been a lot of fun, this run that they were on, 12 of 13, 9 in a row, in the teams that they were beating and competing with, and they were about to, they were this close to going 5-0 on this 6-game road trip, something the Lakers have not done in about 17, 18 years. But they come up a little bit short. But it has been some great basketball, as you see what the Big Three did tonight. Luka Doncic, once again, 32 points. That's his 10th straight 30-plus game. He moves into a list of Lakers that have done that. Austin Reeves with 24. He had a big third where he had 14. And then LeBron just a rebound shy of a triple-double. So you get the loss tonight, James, but a lot to be, happy with moving forward. And listen, you got to get that Game 6 in Indianapolis, and you come home and you get the Nets and the Wizards, and you can start a new streak.
In the streak of games that they won, I think they found a little bit of identity. There's something that they've been searching for all year long. It wasn't on the offensive end. It wasn't defense. They really hadn't, found it yet. And I think they have now, Gator. I think they're a collective, pretty good defensive team. Offense, the ball moves. And I think they play well together. So I think the streak benefited them well. We'll see how they snap back against Indiana. If they can rebound and get that last win on the road.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought they'd be 4-1 going to their last game on the road trip?
Yeah.
Anybody talking about this team, they hoped they'd get a 4-1 or 5-1 or even a sweep. But people realistically thought, if we can go 3-2, it'd be great. They have a chance to go 5-1, which is something nobody expected them to do. And like Big Game says, because of what they've built, the identity they found themselves, playing together, defensively being active, offensively moving the ball, and even nights like this when it wasn't a good night for them, they collectively found a way to still give them a chance to win at the end.
And listen, I don't know what the score is now, but I know Houston was down 20 earlier in the night. And what the Lakers did over this last month, James, was build a lot of equity. And now you have a loss, and you're still third in the Western Conference. And there's a lot to play for with 10 games left.
And I think they secured 3 tiebreakers?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was big right there to be able to win those games, secure the tiebreakers, and know that, you know, hopefully you can hang around in third. Home court advantage is crucial in the first round. And so the Lakers still got work to do. Don't get relaxed right now. Just go ahead and finish strong.
And I do have some news. The Pacers snapped their 16-game losing streak tonight, which I think is a good thing, Danny. I didn't want them to have 17.
Absolutely. You want to snap it when we go there.
Yeah, they beat Orlando. So, you know they're going to be ready to play the Los Angeles Lakers. All right. We can talk a little Luka if you guys want. 2,000 points on the season. He joins an elite club there. Longest streak of 30-plus games in Laker history. He joins a list there of only Laker greats that have done that. So Luka, once again, I think we're going to show that to you, doing his job, big game. There it is. You see the most seasons with 2,000 total points. Of course, Kobe did it 8 times.
Yeah, Luka.
Jerry Elgin.
This is his first season with the Lakers.
I thought he was a little like banged up tonight too. You know, he was getting hit a little bit, and after a couple plays, he got up slow, but still, he did what he needs to do each night. At least he attempted to do it. And you know, look.
Hey, listen, his
continues to make these type of lists. 2,000 total points.
I mean, it's only his first season.
Yeah, so I mean, his first season.
Listen, the 3-ball didn't go tonight. He's 3 of 13, but it has been going at a crazy rate over the last 13 games at 42%.
And that's why he's had games of 60 and 40 and. That's what we see him, you know, playing with that. He gets 30 in his sleep. On an off night, he's got 32.
Listen, he made a great pass. Luke Kennard had an in-and-out 3. I'll take that all night, and I'll take Luka with that 15-foot jumper all night too. Just came up short. You'll take that because more times than not, you're going to hit those. All right, time to hear from Coach J.J. Redick, brought to you by your Toyota dealers.